Happy birthday, Aries, and welcome to your reading for April 2023. Welcome back to the House of Illumination. I really do appreciate every one of you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. And again, my name is Sadie. Welcome to the house. Welcome to my home. Okay, and let's get some messages for April 2023. And before we get into that, as you can see, I pre-pulled your cards. This is to save time and to get in with it already. And also I was able to meditate right before I came on, but I have not seen these cards, so we'll see them together. First, we're going to look at the self-care message your spirit team has for you for the month of April. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to leave it. Right? That was the plan that spirit had for me. So you have a self-care message of energy. Some of you will be needing the coffee in April or more than that because something could be happening. Maybe you're just having a great birthday month. Maybe some of you are feeling a little like you need an extra kick. I don't know, but let's read your message. Stop trying to please everyone. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. All right. So enough of people pleasing. Like I said, even though I did go into explanation a little bit, I can't help it. I channel. So that is your that's your self-care message for April. If spirit brings me back to it, I will go back to it. But for now, we'll leave that there. Take that how it resonates. Let's see what these cards are for you, Aries. All right, so we have the energy of card 20, and it says perfectionist. Keep your standards high and honorable, but let go of the need to be perfect. Okay, that can be difficult, ain't it? That is a difficult thing. Number 15 is a starry night. The beaming and glistening light from the stars reminds you that there's hope for your future. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side for now because we won't be looking at those. But what I'm getting here from these opening messages, Aries, is that it's time to really, first of all, put yourself first. You could be overly perfecting things or overly studying things and overdoing things and staying at work late and overdoing it because you have people watching you. You have people looking up to you. You have yourself looking up to you. You could have been a child of very harsh criticism, I'm hearing, or had a very critical parent or parents, or a critical childhood where you were kind of like put on a stage, right? Like, you can never do this right, always being judged. I'm seeing like literally like people holding their numbers like a judge, like you get a 10, you get an 8 for this. Oh, you didn't do this, you get a 4, right? Even in school, they give you those numbers, right? In grade school, in like elementary school and things like that, they give you numbers. And so you could be always trying to live up to a standard. However, what is beautiful about this energy here, Aries, is that you are so loved that you can never do wrong. Okay? Yes, you can get out of alignment. Yes, you can disappoint yourself. But you can never let spirit down. You can never go to a point in your life or be in an existence and disappoint spirit. Okay? Or feel as though spirit doesn't have your back. So it feels as though you need to have a better relationship with yourself and your needs versus what your childhood needs were versus what you feel the echo. I always call this an echo, right? Because if you grew up in a very critical environment, no matter what that environment entailed, it could have been in your school, it could have been at home, right? Wherever, your friend group, you kind of grow up still with that on your back, right? You hear an echo. Every time you do something wrong, you hear that person saying back to you, see, I knew you were going to mess up. You were never good at math. You were never, you can never have this. You can never have that, right? It's always that echo. And if you don't work that out, it kind of follows you to the grave. So we want you, your spirit team wants you to know that whatever you're doing, it's okay. Okay? However you get there, it's okay. But be better with yourself. Treat yourself better. So let's pull some tarot for Aries for the month of April. Spirit, what do you want Aries to know for the month of April? I don't know. This is a weird message, but I'm going to say it. Be careful crossing the street. I just heard look to your, what is this? Your right. All right. I'm sorry. That was just a message that came through. I literally right before I said that, I looked to my right. Look to your right now. Maybe there's something that you need to know on your right side. I have no idea why that, but that I heard look to your right when you cross the street. I literally heard that. All right. So the Judgment card for you, Aries. Let's see, for the month of April. All right, wow, look at you coming on out, the Emperor. Interesting, the Knight of Pentacles came out in reverse. I typically don't do reversals, but I feel like I need to leave it there. The King of Wands, a lot of fire. Ten of Cups, strength, and death. And the King of Pentacles at the bottom. Got a lot of masculine energy here. Okay, they gave me the message. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the reason why the King of Pentacles is reversed is because the King of Pentacles can sometimes be the kid on the bench, right? The kid that sits things out while everyone else goes out to play because they're fearful of like throwing the ball because they don't want to look like they quote unquote throw like a girl, or they throw like, you know, this, or they do this wrong, or they don't run as fast as this person, or they're just afraid to be judged by their fellow peers or whatever. And so sometimes you can have a whole lot of good shit that you can show the world, or you can you may not be good at basketball, but you're good at jumping rope. You could be not great at running, your speed is not there, but you could be a great gymnastics, I don't know. However your skills, or whatever your however you contribute in this life, that's what you need to go off of, right? That's what you need to even though, okay, anyways, Spirit is like giving me a lot of messages. That's what you need to harness, right? That's what you need to facilitate in this lifetime. So Aries, I'm getting the energy, or I'm getting the message that the Knight of Pentacles is reversed because you're refusing to move. You're refusing to put yourself out there in a real way. You also could be hiding behind a role, or hiding behind the role that you've been giving. Because the Emperor showed up, and the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles, you could be, okay, I'm seeing this so many different ways. I'm going to try my best to get all of them out if I can remember. Some of you, this could be where your masculine, which is your solar plexus chakra, could be overextended, meaning that your solar plexus chakra is lit up, right? Meaning your sacral, which is your feminine energy, is not really, it's out of balance. Okay, let's put it like that. Meaning that you're over portraying yourself as masculine, even if you are a man, or you identify as a masculine. Your masculine can still be over masculine, if that's a word, even if you identify as a masculine. So Aries, if you are divine feminine or divine masculine, doesn't matter. Be careful of not coming from a place of balance with your chakras. So we need to always be in balance when it comes to our feminine and divine masculine. Okay, so that's one of them. Wow, that message was really difficult to get out. I wonder if some of you are having a tough time being in your divine feminine, or embracing your divine feminine because you see that as weak, or because you've always had to. Okay, so for those of you who've always been in survival mode or oh my God, my ears are popping like crazy right now. All right, so Spirit is really on this. For those of you who have always lived your life in survival mode, or taking care of yourself, or you were what does they call that? those children who grow up with like they gotta lock the door themselves because their parents work late, work 3 jobs. For those of you who've always had to take care of yourself, you could be a grown adult now and still living in that environment. You could still be a latchkey kid, and even though you're a 40-year-old person. And this feels like you need to let your guard down. You need to bring in your divine feminine. You need to relax a little. You need to let things flow. There's not a need to just go at it. There's a hunger about this reading, okay? Which is why you could be coming off as a perfectionist. You also could be someone, I just heard this, don't get offended, that could be really disliked at work, or you have people who dislike you, and it's not because you're a bad person, but because you are a person like, let's do this, we got to do this, and like you could be a very like this kind of person, like a snap person, right? I call those snap people because they know, they come in with an agenda and they know what they want to get done, and it's just like that. And you could be being people could be resisting that energy because it's overplayed. That's another message, right? Another message I'm getting is that you could be a divine feminine because the strength card is here, which is divine feminine energy for me. You could be a divine feminine, someone who resonates, someone who identifies as divine feminine, and you could have a lot of masculine energy around you, which plays on your divine feminine, and it makes you want to break free from that, and you have to protect yourself, right? You have to show up in a certain way because you have a lot of divine masculine energy, just the energy, not the however you identify. You could have a lot of energy around you that plays on that, right? Like makes you feel like you need to step up or you're not as good as them and all this other stuff, right? However, in April, it feels as though, okay, the simplest message, the simplest way to say this to you, Aries, is that until you're able to be happy with yourself, no matter what environment you're in, no matter what is going on, no matter how you're perceived, until you're truly happy within yourself, any environment, any job you get, if you quit 10 jobs and you get another one, you're still not going to be satisfied. And I think it's because some of you could be in the wrong environment as far as work or home or love. Please apply these messages where they fit. I'm just giving you, these are general. But that could be one thing. Some of you are not in your calling. You're not in the alignment with the thing that you're sent here to do. So there could be a lot of frustration. Some of you could be doing a certain thing for the sake of finances, which is not always, it's not always good. And I understand that that's a double entendre because people need to pay their bills. But at the same time, if it's not making you happy, everything around you is going to be upset. Like you're never going to be happy. Okay. It has to do both. It has to give you money, and it also has to give you peace and happiness, and not even peace necessarily. Although if you feel peace, you know you're in the right environment. If you don't feel peace, typically it's because something around you needs to change, shift, or something like that. Some of you are not meant to be someone's subordinate. Some of you are meant to be a boss. And because you have that energy, you kind of bump heads with other people who are in that role because you don't want to be told what to do, and you have every right to feel that way. However, it's not your company, it's not your business, right? So maybe you need to branch off and go into your own business. Maybe find the thing that makes you happy, that you do well, that you can put your effort into. A lot of you, could be an ending occurring here in the month of April that sets you on a new course where you finally decide to go after something. Finally put your money where your mouth is. Finally put the money towards the business. Let's see what these cards are, what you're manifesting. Wow, look at this talent. And I had no idea what these cards were. And well-being. All right, so some of you definitely need to watch your health. Obviously keep this in mind, I'm not a doctor. Please see a professional for that, a licensed professional. But I want to just say that you're overworking yourself or you're over critical of yourself could be affecting your mental health or your physical health or something like that. And I spoke about this in the beginning with this talent, right? About this Knight of Pentacles. Now it's time to show up for yourself in a real way. Your natural gifts, your natural abilities, or something that you just do well, or your area of expertise, or the thing that you like to do is the thing that's going to make you ultimately happy. However, you can't not do it because you're afraid of it not being perfect or coming out the way you see it in your brain. You're going to have to trust, right? Everything works in tandem with trust. So anything you do, just know that it's going to require at least 50% or 60% of trust. And you're going to have to do the rest, right? Like, you're going to have to trust and give spirit all the fear that you have and just do it anyways, right? So be careful of overworking, burning out. Be careful of hiding your talents here. Final energies for Aries for the month of April. All right, let's see. We have, every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Whoa, isn't that an on-time message and in par what we spoke about already? I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views. Wonderful. So those are your messages, Aries. I really hope that you have a wonderful April, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.